Welcome to the A to Z quiz. This is a quiz with a twist. You're going to get 26 questions, one for every letter of the alphabet. Sounds easy, right? Well, here's the catch. The first letter of each answer follows the alphabet in order. So question one's answer will start with A, question two with B, question three with C, and we'll keep going until we hit Z. The answers are short, usually just a word or two, and the questions could be about anything: history, movies, sport, music, or just a bit of random trivia. Think you can make it all the way from A to Z without slipping up? Let's find out. Good luck, and let's play the Great British Quiz. Kicking off with A, legend says it sank beneath the waves. Can you name this mythical island? And that, of course, is Atlantis, the lost world that still captures imaginations today. Rolling on with B, a big shaggy creature of the American plains, often mistaken for a buffalo. That's the mighty bison, thundering across the prairies in huge herds. Here's C, the science of grouping and naming living things, from ants to zebras. That would be classification, the system that makes sense of all life on Earth. Next up, D. What is the middle name of legendary spy Austin Powers? That's Austin Danger Powers to you. On to E, a bird with a hooked beak and eyesight sharp enough to spot prey miles away. That's the eagle, the king of the skies with vision that makes binoculars jealous. For F, the bone in your leg running alongside the tibia is a slender little bone. What's it called? That's the fibula, small but vital. It keeps your stride strong. Let's hit G, the gadget that measures tiny amounts of electric current. That's a galvanometer, sensitive enough to pick up the faintest spark. Over to H, Lady Godiva rode what animal naked through the streets of Coventry? That's her horse. I'm sure it was a spectacular sight. Here's iron, the hard white material carved from elephant tusks, though banned today. Ivory, once prized, but now rightly protected to save these incredible animals. On to J. In a courtroom, who delivers the verdict alongside their peers? That would be a jury, ordinary people making life-changing decisions. Here's K, the Japanese art of folding and even cutting paper into wonderful shapes. Kirigami, origami's crafty cousin with a snip of extra flair. What L is the study of lakes and inland waters? That would be limnology, not one I've heard of, but I am sure it's important. Under M, what's the tiny unit of length? Just a millionth of a metre. That's a micron, proof that science loves thinking small. Over to N, the branch of science focused on nerves and the nervous system. That would be neurology, the study of the body's electrical wiring. Here's O, the branch of medicine that deals with bones and muscles. Orthopedics are the folks who patch you up when bones go snap, crackle and pop. Time for P. Which great philosopher gave us the Republic? That's Plato, the ancient thinker still sparking debates today. With Q, an archer's traditional container for arrows. That's a quiver. Without it, Robin Hood would have looked a bit silly. Here's R at the bending of light when it passes from air into water or glass. Refraction. The reason your straw looks wonky in a glass of lemonade. For Ester, the element with the same letter as its symbol used in matches and fireworks. Sulphur, the stinky spark behind bangs and pops on bonfire night. Over to T, a violent spinning column of air that drops from storm clouds. That would be a tornado. If you see one, run the other way. Here's a U, that dangly bit at the back of your throat. The uvula, small, wobbly and great for opera singers. For V, the Italian volcano that buried Pompeii way back in AD 79. Mount Vesuvius, the mountain that turned a city into history overnight. Under W, the distance between one wave crest and the next. That's called the wavelength, the rhythm of the ocean and of radio alike. Tricky letter X and the classroom percussion instrument with wooden bars and mallets. Of course, it's the instrument we all claim to be able to play, the xylophone. What's the name for a sailing boat, often used for racing, or a motorboat for the ultra-wealthy? That's a yacht, classy, fast, and just a touch glamorous. Finally, we get to Z. In Zen Buddhism, what's the seated practice of meditation called? That would be Zazen, sitting still, calming the mind and finding peace. And that's the end of our A to Z quiz. How did you do? Count up your correct answers and let us know your score down in the comments section. We'd love to see how many of you made it all the way from A to Z. Thanks so much for playing along and being part of the fun. We hope you enjoyed testing your knowledge as much as we enjoyed putting the questions together. We'll be back soon with another great British family quiz. So make sure you join us again. Until then, take care and we'll see you next time.